trying to make friends in a brand new city.
So, I just moved to a brand new city, but there's one problem. I don't know anybody here.
About 2 weeks ago, I moved across the country to Austin, Texas. After getting complacent in my hometown and not enjoying where I was at, I knew it was time for a change. It was a big risk considering I know nobody there and anything could happen, but I decided to push past my doubts and excuses and go through with it. And
you know what I think is interesting? I know it's the beginning of the video. I think it's crazy that this guy went from Buffalo, New York to Austin, Texas. Why not just go to New York City? Why did he just commit to some random part of the United States? He literally has the most population dense city in the world right under him.
Since being here, I haven't made one friend. Over time, I've built up some pretty good social skills.
Wow, that's actually kind of freaked up. You know, and you wouldn't think so either. He looks like a nice kind of not socially awkward guy on this video.
Being here, I haven't made one friend. Over time, I've built up some pretty good social skills, but sometimes I still find it difficult due to me being an introvert. And just when I felt like I was really getting into the groove of being more sociable, the pandemic hit, and I spent 90% of my time inside interacting with people only online. And ever since then, my social skills have degraded quite a bit.
Dude, I know so many people like that. COVID happened for me when I was in like my sophomore year of high school. That was such an important era for a lot of people because I think in high school is when a lot of people become like less socially awkward, right? You lose a lot of social anxiety. If not high school, maybe like early college. I can't imagine wanting to like break out of your shell more. And then the world is like, no, you're staying inside your house for the next year and a half. Sorry about that. I don't make the rules.
I came to Austin for this challenge to level up in all areas of my life and experience a different vibe of people, and that's what I intend to do. So today, I'm gonna put myself out there, face my fears, and try to make some new friends. But first, I think I need to look more presentable.
If he wanted to meet different personalities of people, I still don't understand why he didn't go to New York City, which is literally like 3 hours from him. Why did he have to travel across America to the most south state? New York is literally the place full of personality. It's literally, everybody there is insane.
But first, I think I need to look more presentable. I just woke up an hour ago and I'm already headed out because I have a haircut appointment. First impressions are everything, and to mitigate the weirdness that comes off from me having a camera and asking people if they want to hang out, I'm gonna get a haircut and try to look and present myself as good as possible. So hopefully that helps. Oh boy, here we go.
I can't lie, it definitely helps, bro. Every time I get a fresh fade and I got some drip on in a camera, people are way more likely to be comfortable with me like than if I were just to pull up like some random hillbilly.
As I was getting a haircut and chatting with my hairstylist, I realized this was just the warm-up I needed before I went out into the field. The field, now I sound like a cringy dating coach. But seriously, I think that if you are going to take on this challenge of meeting new people, having some sort of social warm-up like chatting with a cashier or a random person is super helpful. Once my haircut was finished, I realized I didn't have any real plan for the rest of my day. Because of this, and the fact that my hairstylist was a very sociable guy, I thought I'd ask him for some tips. Hector, thank you for the cut.
Oh man, no doubt.
Looks amazing. Looks
Appreciate it.
just like I get it back home. So I'm brand new to the city. Don't know anybody here. I'm trying to make some friends.
Well, you know me now, so we're good.
Right, that's true. That's my first friend. Where do you
What a W guy. You can tell he's cool. What the frick is that mustache? I was not expecting that. This guy looks young as hell. Why is his mustache all white and gray? It's not even like salt and pepper. It's just straight up salt.
So I'm brand new to the city. Don't know anybody here. I'm trying to make some friends.
Well, you know me now, so we're good.
Right, that's true. That's my first friend. Where do you suggest I go?
You know, I would hit up some of the creek spring areas around here. There's just a lot of people in your age group coming from other cities. So you want to find that frequency of good people that'll help vibe, kind of show you around the city.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
It's so weird that this guy is like introverted because he's not socially awkward at all. He's literally talking to this guy with a camera and it's like he's not stuttering. I wonder if he's cutting out half the conversation. Bro, I'm an extreme extrovert, and when I would talk to strangers, I would still be like a little weird. This guy's like very comfortable. I wonder if he's LARPing. Bro, I don't even talk to my barber like that. I talk to my barber, but like this guy looked like he was chatting the entire time he was getting his cut. Look, straight yapping.
After getting in a great workout, taking a cold shower, putting on deodorant, and slipping on my favorite outfit, it was finally time to go and put myself out there. All right, we're ready. Thanks to Hector, the hairstylist, I have a plan for 3 places that I want to go, maybe even more. First, we're gonna go to a park that I've already been to when I visited Austin in early December. Then I'm gonna go downtown. I remember going to Whole Foods and I don't know, there was just like a lot of young people there, so maybe I'll sit down and talk to people at Whole Foods. Then a little later, I'm going to go to this outside beer garden. I think it's a beer garden, that's what they said. said and catch people while they're getting their buzz on, so you know, they'll be more friendly and maybe I can go up to them without getting nervous. But as you'll see,
I feel like that's such a weird thing to say. He sounds like he's intercepting somebody. He's like literally planning to inconvenience people. And like, I guess this is the type of stuff you have to do when you want to make friends. Like if you don't know anyone. I can't imagine having to think this much about socializing. Now I feel blessed and gifted to not have to worry about making friends no matter where I go.
I think it's a beer garden, that's what they said, and catch people while they're getting their buzz on, so you know, they'll be more friendly and maybe I can go up to them without getting nervous. But as you'll see, things didn't exactly go as planned. So let's step out the door and go to our first location. As I walked up to the park, I had extreme nervousness and my mind started to flood with excuses as to why this was a bad idea. Stuff like, nobody would talk to me with a camera in my hand. I'm gonna look like some creep and nobody is actually gonna want to become friends with me. At most, they're gonna say hi and then they'll probably say no. But I remembered what I had taught myself. This is what your mind does when you're about to do something uncomfortable that will help you evolve as a person. And the worst that they could say was no. And I also remembered...
That's also a lie, bro. The worst they can say is not no. You ever walk up to a person and they're like, ew. Like, you don't even say anything to them. Like, just the fact that you're about to approach them is just like, they're just like, yeah, it sucks. But he's right, bro. There's so many things where I feel like I want to do them for the first time. In my brain is like, why would I even do that? Like, no one's going to care. Like, la, 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 la. Like, this is so weird. This is so extra. There's no point in doing this. But if I never ignored that feeling, bro, I don't even know if I would be creating videos right now.
Once I calmed my mind after it being flooded with all of those excuses, I decided to approach a friendly looking group of people.
What's good, guys?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, how you doing? Getting the slacklining on? You can sit on it?
A little hungover.
What are your names?
I'm Connor.
Connor?
Yeah. Josh.
Cole.
Nice to meet you, Cole.
Dub. Dude, something I always do when I interact with people socially is that, like, I'll give them a compliment, a genuine one too. I won't just like look for something just for the sake of saying it. And then I'll ask for their names. Once you get on a first name basis and you like establish some good rapport by saying something nice, I think it's way easier to have a conversation. Even online, bro. I feel like that's a skill I developed by just doing Omegle. I was like, okay, we're both just staring at each other. I gotta say something. I can't imagine how this goes wrong.
I've always wanted to slackline. I've been working on my control, but...
Have you been on one? You said Ethan, right?
I have, like once.
Yeah.
Slacklining was something that I was generally interested in because it looks like really fun exercise that helps your stabilization and balance. So in an effort to participate more in what was going on and to try and challenge myself physically and socially at the same time, I started trying to get myself up on the line.
Bro, I would absolutely face plant on this. I have no balance whatsoever. If I try to stand on one leg for too long, I'm like, I have to stick my arms out. And then even then, like, I'm so wobbly.
It was proving to be a very difficult thing for me, but after getting some help, I started to get a tiny bit better. At this point, I felt myself getting a little more comfortable with
He almost lost his nuts. Did you guys see that? Watch this.
a tiny bit better.
Bro, if his other leg slipped, it would have went straight into his nuts, bro.
At this point, I felt myself getting a little more comfortable with the group, and the conversation started flowing better and better.
Angelique, I'm out here trying to make friends with people. How do you suggest other people do what I'm doing? How they can come off in a way that people will want to start speaking with them?
I think the best approach is to just go out and try something new, and the people will see your spirit and come to you.
Okay, I like that.
As I continued
What the frick does that mean? I don't agree with that at all. What do you mean try something new?
I think the best approach is to just go out and try something new.
Oh, she probably means like doing new activities, not like approaching people in a new way. Because I was about to say, I feel like meeting people is pretty set in stone, right? You say something, shake hands, this is my name, this is your name. That works well. That's just how you build rapport. It hasn't changed because it doesn't need to. But if she means like literally just find a new activity, like try rock climbing, I mean, yeah, that's aura.
And the people will see your spirit and come to you.
Okay, I like that.
As I continued my progression with my slacklining skills, I could only think of how closely related it was to the theme of this entire video. To be presented with the same challenge over and over, and by consistently stepping outside of your comfort zone to do something you'll potentially fail.
Whoa, I didn't even notice there was a line on top. Wait, this should be super easy. Am I tripping? How did he fall all those times if you could just like, whoa. I don't think my balance is that bad.
Over and over, and by consistently stepping outside of your comfort zone to do something you'll potentially fail at, eventually you'll start to get better. After a little more slacklining and even playing some catch, talking to people started to turn into less of a challenge and more into genuine fun and excitement.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I take back everything I said about this guy. Bro, I can't lie. Hula hooping is something that looks way easier than it actually is today. I feel like a metal one would hurt like crap. I mean, he's literally hurled over, bro.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Hell yeah. God, that hurts. You strong as shit.
So what's
Yeah, I'm assuming it's heavy as hell too. Bro, a hula hoop is made out of nothing. This guy just did one made out of straight steel. Hips of steel, gang. He got childbearing hips. Not in a weird sexual way.
So what's up?
What's up, YouTube? This is Cost to be Ross.
I mean, you seem like a very charismatic, friendly dude.
All right.
Tell them, how do you become more charismatic and confident? Like, to even take the step to say hi to someone.
Just get outside. You
Get
know what I
outside.
mean? Get outside first, you know, like, and just make it a habit. Just, you know, just the act of moving. That's what I do. Just move.
And it turned out I had
I completely agree with him, bro. I feel like for me, it's such a habit to like see someone or see something I like and then approach them. Just say something. Because then, bro, you remind yourself with every single time that you do it that it's not that hard. It doesn't require that much thinking, bro. We're two things that exist and we're just interacting with each other. And we were made to, right? We're social beings. Otherwise, we would have like produced asexually and just like stuck to ourselves all the time. That's just not how that works.
Just, you know, just the act of moving. That's what I do. Just move.
And it turned out I had much more in common with who I surrounded myself with than I originally thought. A few of them were plant-based as well, and even let me try some of their food. We continued talking, and I started opening up more and more about myself and why I came to Austin, and it started to feel like I had known all these people for years, not hours.
I don't know, like find activities that you like to do and then
Meet people accordingly.
yeah, and then just go do those activities, and usually people are pretty open and like accepting to like doing activities with you, and then you just make friends like that.
Or like finding a place that you like to go to and frequently like frequent there often.
You just have to find your niche.
And then you'll find the other people that go there often, and then you can just like, you know, become one.
And I can give you the most perfect example. You guys ready? The hammocks, the slackline, all things that we enjoyed to do. And whenever I moved here, I knew no one except for my little sister. I just started coming out here, throwing up the hammocks, throwing up the slacklines, and I met all the people that you'll probably see in this video and more.
And somehow, my first time being out here, I found a group of people who are vegan, and Logan is a videographer and a photographer.
You never know.
So just put yourself out there.
Bro, that's so beautiful. You can just like do stuff and meet a whole group of people that are just like chill as hell. Bro, as soon as I heard vegan, I was like, oh, these guys are about to suck. But no, like they're all vibes and awesome. I feel like it's crazy who you find out is like a videographer or does like photography on the side. When I bought this camera, the new one that I'm using right now, the guy who sold it to me is the regional manager for like two locations in like Baltimore. And like I thought it was just random because his side hustle is doing film for random companies. You'll never know who's into this like same hobbies as you. Like you could genuinely find some Greek, I don't know, Christian monk who likes to rock climb. Like you never know.
A videographer and a photographer.
You never know.
So just put yourself out there. That's really the best advice.
As the sun started to set and the day was winding down, they told me that a fire spinning show was going to start in the park when it got dark out. And I mean, a fire spinning show, there was no way I was going to turn that down. We sat around the performers, admiring and applauding the dedication and effort required to perform such an awesome talent. It was a perfect end to an almost perfect day.
I hate Washington, D.C. They don't have any of that there. That's like the closest big city that I live next to, bro. And they just don't... fire spinning? What? Where the frick are those people? Where the frick are those? Everybody in this area is just like some corporate bum. Like they're in a grass field playing with fire, bro. That's some dangerous white people stuff. But we don't have that here. But like, look how cool all of these scenes are. This guy just got the ability to film all of this because of this cool event. Or you know what? Maybe I'm not doing my due diligence in like looking for these type of events.
Wow. All I can say is wow. I went into that situation expecting the worst, expecting pretty much nothing, and I came out of it having made some really awesome friends and meeting so many people. Like, to keep it real with you, I feel like I have not grinned that much in a day in a really long time. That was a really fun time.
I had planned to end this video with some more tips on how to replicate the same sort of success with finding the right friend group, but everyone that I asked throughout this video summed it up pretty well. However, I definitely went to the right place at the right time and met the right people, which might not be the case when you go and try and make new friends. But just like the difficulty of trying anything new and using some of the tips shared throughout this video, if you keep putting yourself out there and you go to places where people share similar interests, you'll find your tribe eventually.
Shout out Colt. He has 800,000 subscribers. No wonder. Dude, I thought this was a new YouTuber. Yeah, honestly, that video went exactly how I expected it to. The guy seemed a lot more articulate, a lot more approachable than I was expecting from the title. Dude was a poser? I think so. I low-key think he was a poser. I think my problem is that I keep conflating introvert with socially awkward, because I think being introverted makes it more difficult to socialize. So I think a lot more introverted people are just more prone to being socially awkward, but they are definitely not the same thing. And I think this guy is either showing that or he's pretending to be something he's not. So I wonder if he was just LARPing as an introvert. I hope he watches this video. Can you let me know? Like, was that low-key a LARP? No one has to know. That was a good video nonetheless, though. I think it's a good message, and I think I would like to watch more videos like that.